Crazy, never lost it. Now I pick her up in the Mercedes and I'm frosted. 23 and 0, we took the lead. Watch me talk shit. Everybody see me on my top dog shit. They were saying I was going crazy, never lost it. Now I pick her up in the
And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Sasha, a.k.a. Thomas the Tank Engine. What the fuck was that cartoon, bro? If you like, there was just like an animatronic. Like, who thought of that?
Cartoon?
That's kind of nightmare fuel if you're an
It's
adult.
claymation, first off, and let's not forget, right? Since you're gonna go Thomas the Tank Engine, I'm gonna go with comedy's great, George Carlin, because he was
those
the
are related?
conductor. He was the conductor for the show. Don't you remember?
I did not
Thomas
know
the
that.
Tank Engine. He is the conductor. George Carlin would sign off and talk to Thomas and all these fucking things. And you have no idea as the young and impressionable dumbasses we were, right? No idea until I watch his special and I'm like, why does
That
he
voice.
look familiar? Hey, why is this guy telling me about cunts really familiar? I've never seen him my entire life, but it is your boy Christian, aka George Carlin, the goat of the goat, non-problematic elite milkman. Because he he's like forever quotable. I don't know how you get to that point where like people take clips of something you said and it's always relatable in every 5 years. Like just wait, like doot, doot, it's cycle time again. George Carlin's going to be on the waves.
yeah. No, you're right. That's
Ghost Rider got me going.
Elite milk. George Carlin is elite milk. I'm Joey, aka Thriller from the 3. You know how he be.
I love how you like have never like this whole year you've never like 100% locked in an intro. It's just it's always like a little different every time. It's like
I like it.
It's like ordering Domino's. Like you never. It might be good depending on the time of day. But you never really know what you're gonna get.
Let's be real though. Domino's, that $5.99 carry out deal is clutch. So let's not talk too spicy about Domino's when they're trying to feed the masses in this really hard time for the rest of us when we're experiencing inflation.
Are they trying to feed people?
I don't know, bro. They got it cheap.
Oh, no, yeah,
it's like
so.
Little Caesars.
They still charge.
I see pizza places.
Yeah.
Listen. I see those places as like they're providing a public service. They should get subsidies from the government at this point, because how do you sell pizza for $5.99? How do you sell pizza for $5? Even $8? How do you sell pizza for $10 today? Is wild to me. I don't know.
No. See. I got you, brother. I'm gonna explain it to you right now. You see, it's not that they're selling pizza for the low. It's that all the other food is way more expensive. That's why all these people are billionaires. All these legacy slave owners who own these companies and shareholders. They shouldn't be that
so
rich.
Wait, was Domino's funded and started by slaves? Is that what you're insinuating in this conversation?
Most of America is, yes. So
yeah, okay.
Technically speaking, if I'm getting serious about it, most banks have said that they have are from legacy slave owning, and all banks give loans to start businesses. So yes,
it's true.
Negroes gave you your Little Caesars, so break me off a slice next time you see me.
You know what? I think that's fair. I mean, if you're gonna, I'm really disappointed in myself, and I've got to say why. I didn't try the Batzoni. I didn't go to Little Caesars and get that stupid Batman logo shape pizza thing, and I feel bad to this day. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It was an hour away. I wasn't gonna go an hour away for a Batzoni, but I should have. And
I love how
you know what?
You're not disappointed in the fact that you even had that idea in the first place, because no one asked you to do that, and you still thought about it several times.
It's on brand with me. So
diabetes is on brand.
Yeah, pretty much. I am, bro. I was the vision for unhealth. Like just pure gluttonous, like just actions. You know, the only thing that kept me slim was like, you know, going to shows when we were much younger. And I mean, slim is not slim, but at least it didn't have me at what I was at the end. like I talk about that portion of my life like it's like I died, but it is because like there was like a little bit of me that died getting that big and heavy. It was really way too hard. But like when we went to shows, I was active. I was throwing myself at people and just wasting away. And wonderful times, just only living on Taco Bell. Good times.
Well, speaking of weight loss, I hear that when you lose weight, it adds inches to your penis. And because of one of our TikToks blowing up, we know that the people like penis talk. So, Christian, describe your penis vividly for the audience. Thank you.
What a segue. You know why? Because I'm actually dying because it has added inches. And I don't know if it's just because I could see it better, but like you ever just look at your dick and you go, my goodness. No wonder.
No, I've never had that feeling actually.
No, I've had that feeling. I've had that feeling more and more. Bro, I did. Manscaped, throw me one of those ceramic clippers and let's find out. But I did give myself, I gave the boy a trim, and I have a certain clipper, just so we're clear, guys. Okay, I'm not a disgusting animal where I allow my family to clip their hair with my ball clippers. But when I did, I was impressed. I was like taken aback a little bit.
Can I ask you?
Yes. My wife is also taken aback.
I'm asking both of you, as married men, how often do you shave your pubes?
It's not often for me. Sometimes I went years. Jesus bro, I've been with this woman for bro, I've been with this woman for 10, almost 10 years. Okay. Like, you have your depressive episodes. Sometimes they last 6 months. Sometimes they last 2 years, and it happens. So you let yourself go. That's the point of this episode, right? So, this brings us back full circle again. Segue. Wonderful job, Sasha.
Whoa, you're cutting off Joey on his penis trimming escapades.
I mean,
the people love Joseph.
They do love his.
I like cutting hair and shit. So I do mine somewhat.
Bit, by the way,
I do mine somewhat often because it's really great practice for like cutting hair. Like,
so do you carve a J or an ST? Do you a 303?
No. I know, missed opportunities. I guess I'm gonna have to try that next time. I just be working on the.
What if you open up the next music video like that? So. Hold on. Before I get there, I gotta say something. I watch the music videos that you guys drop, and like, I'm increasingly impressed. Okay, so I love what you guys are doing artistically. I love what you guys are achieving. I love the message behind every video. So I'm impressed because like, I did music. It wasn't great, but I like to get like that clear of a crisp image. Kudos. I love it. You gotta love it, man. You guys are 100% independent. There's no
check out 303 Bam's new video out on YouTube and all other video. Where else? Are you on Vimeo? Do people use Vimeo for shit?
No.
Daily Motion, except for porn and
I know like filmmakers and movie people like do.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah,
shit like that.
It's lossless video. I mean, you're gonna get something that's really fantastic, and you're not gonna. They're not compressed at all, so that's the point. Like they're just like huge files. I love Vimeo.
Has anyone ever told you that you know too much?
Oh, this is just weed, man. This is the God blessed thing. No, this is how I've always been. Since I was a kid, bro. Like, when you have like contests and it's like trivia and shit, and like there's always the kid that can do math like all the time, and then there's the kid that can do like language and English and books and shit.
Yeah.
You know what a category I was always nasty at? History? Like the random trivia bullshit, like just the random pop culture, like just like stupid shit that I would. And we talked about this right on the chat that I have all these particular sets of skills. Shout out to my boy Liam Neeson, who did say the N-word a lot. I'm just gonna say, let's get it out there.
Shout out to my boy who said that. I'm gonna try a clip. Shout out to my boy who says the N-word a lot.
Please, shout out to my boy. He does a lot. Liam Neeson. It ruins it a little bit, but the fact is I have all these stupid skills that make no sense, and I can't use them for any kind of like monetary gain. I can't ever figure out a way to like. I've had all these schemes in my life, but they're just dumb jokes that I throw in my head, and I try to convince everyone around me. And then I get one person who goes like, yeah, you know what? That actually sounds kind of funny. And like, I just continue with that thought.
We're going to find a way.
We're going to find a way for me to exceed. I have to at this point. Like Joey, you have found your lane. Musician, producer, hot guy / funny podcaster.
Oh, thanks.
Sasha's like an otherworldly being, right? Like he's, you know what it is? You know when Frieza gets like to the final level?
Yeah.
Of like how cool and like ripped?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Frieza's like at his like most gang, like that's how you look like right now, just beefier, like which is more confusing. there is like points when there we go, thank you.
For the ladies
like there's a point
watching.
Is Frieza black? Nah, he's got that.
No, Frieza's very racist. Frieza's very Italian.
That's a white person. It's Staten
Frieza
Island.
Frieza's Staten Island Italian for sure.
At the South Shore, like just hanging out.
Oh no!
Oh no!
See, you know too much. You know too
bro,
much,
because I was there, bro.
I know.
They don't play.
You are Diet Kevin Smith. You gotta make a movie, dude.
I should, right? Like I'm a much better. I'm like a Kevin Smith with a Kevin James, like a good mixture of the two. Like none of the Paul Blart, right?
Time
but
out.
definitely
Kevin Smith. Who's Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith, the guy who directed Clerks. He's Silent Bob.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So it's a combination of the two because he's like that. Like
that is
he's
you,
yeah. I mean that's where I get my personality, right? Like just I latched onto whatever image of fat guy. Like I like latched onto it so hard. Like Jack Black, another fat guy that I latched onto his personality because that's all we are, right? Imposter, like it's just humans with imposter syndrome. We've amalgamated all these weird parts of pop culture and be like, this is what I like. Wow, Ghost Rider.
I get my entire personality. I get my entire personality from androgynous anime villains. That's always been the case. Shishomaru, Orochimaru, Frieza. I'm just diet gay and powerful. That's really all I want to be.
Yeah. You know, I get it. And you know what it is? I like it, and I like the energy, but I don't understand mine, and that's what I'm always trying to get. So, we were talking about how this is a good looking bunch in age, right? Not only like just good looking, but like we look youthful. I think we don't have present age, we might have a little salt and pepper in the beer, but it's happening gracefully. But so I was thinking to myself, like, what does like a 35-year-old look like to most people, right?
Okay.
And then I saw it, and I was like, I didn't know how to react to it. So I did go to Vegas, and in that trip I met somebody who is in my company. And he's very tall, like Midwestern dude, like, from middle America, giant, like dude who just had, I guess, hay and like space to grow. Cause he's like 6'6", like not joking, like just massive human being. And he's like, he puts on shoes and he's like 6'7". Like, what the fuck? Don't do that to me. I felt so dwarfed. And I'm talking to this man, and he has a pretty serious like title. Right, like as a person, like he's carrying something very serious. Like he does a lot of great, huge deals. Like he's somebody in right above. The next step is him being in the executive team. Like he's just about to get there. So, and I'm talking to him, and we're shooting the shit, and like for some reason, you guys know me. Like I can get along with most people. Like as long as you're not a genuine asshole, I'm not gonna I'm gonna be cool with you. So we get
That's also a blatant lie because you're the angriest person in the universe. You're not get along with most people.
Hold on.
You can fake it for a brief period of time, but most people aggravate.
Christian is the sweetest, purest soul I've ever met.
I try not to. Listen, I try. Unless you annoy me.
You're judging him based off the fact that he's worked from home for 3 years. If he had to go, I would guarantee you would beat somebody up on the job if you had to go in the office 5 days a week.
That's no, I don't. No, I don't. I really don't. I try to keep the place that I eat at like really clean. I don't fuck with that. They know I smoke weed, but that's just part of the culture, like in the company. Nice. So it's not a big deal. Especially since I'm like a medical patient, like,
right.
Chill out. Like we're good. But anyway, so I'm talking to this guy. And I'm looking at him, and he's got like a horseshoe going, right? He's got a little bit of a gut. He looks tired, right? I'm talking to him, and I'm like, hey, like he asked me, like, hey, how old are you? Like, I was like, oh, I'm about to be 35 in October, and he goes, I'm 35, and that was like the biggest crushing thing that I've ever experienced because he aged absolutely like milk. Not elite at all. He's a nice guy. We vibed about, the Mets and making jokes about shit like, I
hope he hears this.
I hope he does. I'm sorry, man. We're both honest. But anyway, like I get it, right? Like some people probably looked at me like at different stages of my life and go, "What the fuck?" But I don't think I ever looked visually that old. Like I have a baby face. Like I if I shave, I look like a woman. Like I shouldn't. Like bro, do you know how many? I shaved just to keep the mustache, and Joni didn't kind of even want to speak to me.
Ugh.
Yeah, she was kind of grossed out. She was like, not what I wanted. I want the scruffy guy back, but
I want my man back.
Yeah, I'm black and my entire family's athletes, so I'm gonna be hot forever.
I love you, and that's why.
Also, you know what's funny? Actually, speaking of this topic, have you ever looked into how many celebrities have hair transplants? Did you ever watch the show Guy Code on MTV?
No. Oh yeah. Guy Code. I did watch. Yes, I thought you said Guy Code. Like you got Guy Code. Like
it's a fucking noun or a verb.
Like an insurance company. The insurance company helps you out, and they go, "You've got Guy Code."
Guy Code.
Hold on. Copyright under the National Ministry Treasurer. And August.
You got Guy Code.
Second, if you use this Guy Code without my knowledge.
But look up Andrew Schultz from Guy Code. His hair was going, and he was balding, and he was 27. That was his first start. Now he's 37. That was almost 10 years ago. But he has said multiple times, I use he says he uses those products, the fucking Hims and all that. But he definitely, because his shit looks insane. You gotta see a picture of this guy when Andrew Schultz Guy Code. He looked like Elon Musk before hair.
I love the fact that the internet does not forget, bro. It does not forget. You can have one bad period in your life and they'll always find it and send you a picture of it. Oh God, I love the internet.
Dude, it's so funny if you try to look up Andrew Schultz from that time period. He's wearing a lot of hats. So he's used his wealth to hide his balding, but a lot of these pictures he has hats on in the 2012 era.
Listen, it's hard, man. It's hard out here. We don't want to lose. We don't want to lose our hair.
This is why I say this podcast, bro. The pursuit of being hot is a noble pursuit. Okay, it makes people around you feel more comfortable when you're sexy. All right, you don't like ugly weirdos just hanging out and lurching around. You got to be hot. You got to have your full facial hair, and there's no excuse. Half these solutions are not even expensive anymore. They're not even expensive to be sexy.
The fact that you call it
you can get discount BBLs.
With you. but you're kind of not
make
wrong,
a BBL a tax write-off. Hold up.
I'm pretty sure you can use a BBL as a tax write-off. Because if you're doing it to be an influencer and then you get your money from the internet, that is a business expense.
True. You gotta somehow fit into those Gymshark clothing. Because
like I was at a club one time. I was at a club one time and this girl was like twerking and the DJ was like, "Oh, I see that shit moving. I know it's real." And I'm thinking, you must have not clapped no BBLs because them shits feel just like the real thing. All right, it's not imaginary. It claps just as loud, my friend.
This is a fresh BBL podcast.
I love a fresh BBL out the Tupperware. You know what I mean?
Ooh, Jesus. Jesus.
Wait, where do they store those butt cheeks? Oh no, they pull the fat from you. But implants, they don't do that. So where do they store them? How do they store breast implants?
Silicones? Yeah, they store them in long, like giant places. Yeah, fridges.
Do they have to be kept cool?
I believe they have to preserve them. Like you can't just put warm implant in somebody.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna make the assumption.
This implant's been out in the sun.
What happens to a titty deferred? No, I'm gonna make the assumption that they just have the silicone made for you when you ask for the procedure, so they don't give you the dirty one out the drawer that they like show you for weight.
Of course, yes, you're right. Yes,
not the one that everybody's been touching, but you can for a discount.
Up for you, yeah.
For a discount, you can get that one.
You can get a Facebook Marketplace breast implants, and
can you imagine like showing up to that appointment, be like, "Yo, I booked my appointment on Facebook." Like you would have to like change like your name. You'd probably die right after the procedure.
That's people do. Did you ever see that one episode? I don't even want to talk about it because it's so gross. But that episode of Botched. You ever watch that show?
Yes.
My ex used to watch that show, and I hated it because she would just watch my 600-pound life, like all these shows about like human suffering that it made me feel bad. And the one on episode of Botched, it was this girl went to get like fake ass implants in somebody's like kitchen, and the girl used like a caulking gun in this girl's ass, and are you ready for this? It like got in her bloodstream, and literally all her limbs fell off. They just fell off from getting a like caulking gun injected through her ass. She's paraplegic from trying to get a fake ass from a caulking gun. And
is that a noble pursuit? Is that a noble pursuit, Sasha?
See, it's not a noble pursuit, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this bitch, there was no ass in the world that would have made me clap that. She was not a good-looking woman. Like this is a. Now, if she would have done her Googles and like, here's the thing: when you're trying to be hot, ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems, start small, okay? Get your nails done. You can get a mani-pedi for like. In fact, don't even get the pedi. Don't even start with the feet. You don't have Birkenstocks. Get your pedicure for like $40, $50.
Birkenstocks.
Get the gels. Start there. Start little. Then take a look at your eyebrows. Do a little tweezing. Do a little filling. Whatever needs to happen. All right. The small things. Pluck your nose hairs. These little side hairs on your beard. Trim those off. You don't have a beard. Get a jawline. That's when you start going to the gym. These things build upon you as a person. This is like the building blocks of not only your genetic makeup, you're going to make your kids hot. And having hot kids makes your life a lot easier, all right?
I gotta ask.
Wow.
Do you guys get long ear hairs?
No.
I've never gotten ear hairs. I do get an excess of wax.
Oh my God, bro. The ear hair situation. Like if I don't take care of it,
my nose hairs be wildin'.
Oh my God. The fact that I have a nose and ear trimmer shows me my age. Right? I gotta turn that on and then it's like satisfying because you're a psycho.
I just plucked the nose hair live on air.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. That's terrible.
I wax my nose. I wax my nose like once every like 2 years. And honestly, I would do it more often if it didn't hurt so much.
I did it once.
I've never done that. I have done that.
I read like waxing the nose hairs like kind of isn't good because those hairs are there for a reason. So it's like
just weed whack them a little.
And I got the scissors with the little rounded edges. I have a couple of them.
I never got
used one of those nice little motorized.
I have a really bad habit of like finding a trinket and then losing it immediately. Like this fucking lapel mic I bought. Don't know where it is. It's out of the box, but I bought a lapel mic for content creation, and I have no idea where it is now, and it just came today. But I'm gonna find it. I just need a cord, an adapter to attach because it's got the like the headphone mic jack thing. Mm-hmm. So I need like the adapter attached to my phone, which I thought it came with, but that's why it was only like $9 on Amazon because it didn't come with that. Right. So, But yes, the pursuit of being hot, you have to chase it every day of your life. And this is, I don't know, I think we have a couple guys in their teens right now. Oh my God. You gotta be a hot teen, dude. That's the way. Because being a hot teen, my God.
That does sound like coup de grace.
I hate when these influencer guys, because there's guys who like will talk about like their fitness and their regimen, and a lot of guys in their 30s and 40s that you see that are really hot. Some are on like, you know, there's different pathways to get to the golden ticket, but some guys are just hot because they were hot in their 20s. They locked in their teens. They had a routine from like 15 to like 23 or 25, and then they said, "Oh, I can just kind of coast from now on because my body is kind of doing its thing on its own." So they only have to work out 2-3 days a week, not that hard. I'm kind of the same way. Like if I didn't have a fucking appetite of a demon god, I could be fucking 170 right now, shredded all the time.
That sounds like a different life for you. Like I feel you're...
bro. Can I tell you something I used to say to people? And I definitely still. I mean, it's a little reductive, and I don't fully believe this anymore, but it's still kind of true. I used to say this is the most jacked bro thing you'll ever hear out of my mouth today, because I aim to say more jacked bro shit. But I used to tell people, I was like, I don't want to travel because changing your body changes the world around you, and I'd rather spend my money on that.
Who are you, bro? That is the worst thing.
That is a very true thing. I've been as low as 165 pounds and as high as 250 pounds. I'm currently 209 pounds. All three of these things are a completely different reality, especially with the times we live in now, with this attention economy we live in. My friend, life is going good when you're fucking jacked, okay?
But have you been to Paris?
I couldn't have gone to Paris anyway. And what were they do in Paris? Get no bitches?
You would definitely get women, okay? You misogynist. No way I'm getting.
What's like the typical?
You definitely getting women in any weight in Paris. You are absolutely getting somebody, because that's called the city of love, my friend.
Yo,
you have to understand.
Well, why is Paris called the city of love, and why don't we?
I thought it was called the city of lights.
It's city of love or lights, maybe.
I'm gonna Google city of lights and see what comes up.
It's probably Paris.
City of lights.
It's probably Paris.
That's Paris. It's not the city of love. And see, I know this if you were fucking jacked, dude. Come on. Get it together.
Because you're jacked, you have this extra, bit of memory. Definitely. Your brain is better. It's fine.
Nobody give a fuck about life.
It is, because I take a lot of shit for the gym that has direct properties to both my penis and brain, the two most important things a man can have. Don't worry about empathy, folks. You don't need that when you got muscles, all right? These are skills you don't need to learn. You'll figure it out on the way. Get the fucking gains first. When's Andrew Tate coming on the podcast?
We are not getting Andrew Tate on the fucking podcast. I will not allow that.
I would love Andrew Tate on the podcast.
Why?
Listen, you could just say something that's going to get mad niggas tight, obviously.
You know, we'll have 1 million subscribers by the next day.
Men own women.
You know why I love Andrew Tate? And this is not that I don't agree with the things he says. Right. Let's keep putting that out there. I'm not a misogynist. I don't really believe in his like hyper conservative views, but it's not that I love him. It's just that like the alpha male space is filled with so few people who can pull it off. He pulls it off. You want to fight him? He's a 4-time world champion in kickboxing. You want to get more money than him? Try. He's worth millions.
Stop.
And here's the thing too. Let's compare him to like Fresh and Fit, right? Fresh and Fit, they aren't good at being the alpha male podcast because they're weak, they're skinny, they get dumb women on because they can't have a smart woman on. They can't talk turkey with a smart woman. And then on top of that, like, they really just say the most like lowbrow crash shit to get clicks. They don't like Andrew Tate like will lock you in with a story at least. The way he speaks, like don't agree with a tidbit of the shit he says, but at least it's fun to listen to him. Because he's a character, he's a full blown character, just emulsified in the real world. Like he is what all the Fresh and Fit listeners actually want to be. Because most of those guys who listen to Fresh and Fit don't want to be Fresh and Fit.
You see why I don't listen to
podcaster do not represent those of the National Meat Treasure. Thank you.
Like,
listen, I just like a character, right? I don't agree with the shit he says, but I like that he could. It's like watching. Like we all love Harry Potter. Do I think this fucking white boy could do magic? Would I even want to live in a world where white people could do magic? Absolutely not.
You think like every black person that like practices voodoo like looked at each other, be like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like they get you. Like, it's cool when they do it. It's cool when they do it. Like it's a school. It's a magical place. But when we
what's funny about Harry Potter too? Like there's no spirituality in the series at all. Like all other like magic practices in real life, Santeria, voodoo, it's all about spirituality and nature and connecting with like the universe. Really, there is none of that in Harry Potter. They're just like, yo, let's just make this fucking ball fly around and fucking chase it. Oh, this tree can beat my ass, but let's not like talk to the tree or anything because we can totally do that. But let's just not. Let's just leave nature to do its thing and we do our thing. Like, how the fuck do you have a reality in Harry Potter where you can do all these types of magic feats and you live in buildings? Like, that's what you use your magic for, to build buildings, to deforest Europe?
Yes.
Wow. Right. People are awful.
Awful in every reality. That's the point here. That's what you should get out of this podcast. That like in every reality, it's going to be awful because they're going to pick the worst thing of that skill and exploit it.
Oh, they live in hiding. They live in hiding. The magic
hiding. Bro, hiding. They run into a wall in front of everybody. Like that's hiding. They're like, oh look, everybody. Like
they use the excuse. I don't want to say they use the excuse, but they live in hiding. You can't do magic openly, so
yeah, sure.
They at least use the excuse that they can't solve the world's problems with the fucking magic and shit.
No, they just create new ones in their own world. Like, what is hiding? Like, that's the thing too. Like, when you're in the Harry Potter world, it's all like it's just like its own dimension that somehow exists also in Europe somewhere. Like how? Yeah. So like, is there like a secret land here that could have been used for housing? There's a housing crisis, and they're still building buildings in a fucking slip of a wand.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hogwarts
it lives upon
is
top.
redlined.
Yo,
so that begs the question: is Andrew Tate a wizard?
No,
definitely not.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
It's giving young Gandalf. It's giving young Gandalf, I feel like.
Bro, don't disrespect my son Gandalf like that.
Come on, bro. Leave it alone. Like he that Gandalf smokes weed.
Yeah, and he's a nice. The thing is, it's like
sweet.
He's sweet. He's a nice guy. That's the thing.
He gets angry sometimes. That's who's the guy.
As opposed to,
why is your damn volume so low, Joey? I don't know. It's never on recording, and it's always. I need you to be the forefront of this podcast because you are the star now.
I'm yelling.
You are the star. You are 100% the star of the show.
It's all clipping and shit.
I don't know. It always sounds fine on audio, but like in the actual thing, or maybe like Christian's audio was just domineering. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I'll lower myself.
Hey, get down to
let me get down to a respectable level.
That's how you talk when you're talking to Andrew Tate, baby. Put that baby voice on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I would actually rather kill myself.
I've seen the clip recently of him saying that like a boyfriend should get a piece of the OnlyFans money if his girlfriend does OnlyFans.
See, I think that's part of the character. I don't think he believes.
Yeah, no, of course
I don't think he believes
like actually believe that, right?
15% of the things he says, but I still he is very conservative. I know that, and he cites religion as to why he's conservative. I get that, but I think he just says some shit for sound bites sometimes. But I think most of it is a character, and it's a good character. Like it's not good in terms of like you're a good person, but it's definitely good in terms of like content. That's why there's so much of it that exists of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
did you ever see that Your Mom's House interview with him?
No, I have not seen it.
That's a good one, actually.
The algorithm. He figured out the algorithm. He understood that, like, you know, he could turn clickbait into more clicks, into more money, which, you know, good for him, I guess. Maybe. I don't really care.
Yeah,
he just came into my area of.
Well, yeah, I first heard of him. I've heard like one dumb click thing like months ago, then not again for a while until he was on Your Mom's House. And Your Mom's House, you know how they'll have a guest on just to like make fun of them, or like by the end of that interview, Tom was like, He's looking at his wife like, bitch, you need to fucking act right. Like he definitely turned Tom, but again, he's a good storyteller. I don't think he's the worst guy in the world. I feel like people use him as a what's the word? Virtue signaling?
Scapegoat?
How they're like, oh, Tate's bad, therefore I'm good. I'm chaotic neutral, baby. No, I'm chaotic
neutral,
but
I feel like a chaotic good. Like I want vengeance, sweet vengeance, and as crazy and as swiftly as possible. I think that should be part of our ethos.
Vengeance to what? Who are your enemies?
Anything. Could be the bears. I hate bears. I'm against this. You know what it is? I gotta get something off my chest.
Don't you always?
I'm sick. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the positive bear news. Bears are nuisances.
No, I'm gonna cut you off right there.
No,
because on brand for this podcast, you moved to the fucking woods, my boy. You work remote. You can live anywhere.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
You're remote and make money, and you can live anywhere. And you chose to live in the woods for the last 5 years.
I'm going to leave. I will move out. I am sick of this area. I am. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everything. I don't know. I need to change.
When was the last time you had some boys over for a beer? Me on Christmas? 9 hours away?
That was it. That was it.
You are missing out on the spice of friendship. Make friends with the bears if you're going to live in their turf.
No, I want to kill them. I hope they die.
You really are in their house.
You know what I do? And this is how psychotic I am. So I have to ratchet my trash because they're really like terrible. Like they really will tear apart the trash can and the whole thing, or you'll have to pick up trash everywhere. So I literally put a boulder on top of the can with the idea that if they get the can and they knock it over, hopefully the rock hits them and like
it hurts them.
I pray.
This is how I know you're not as smart as a bear, because
I'm not.
You think, oh, I can lift this boulder, therefore it's going to crush a bear. A bear is 30 times stronger than you.
It's not going to crush. It's not going to crush.
No. To a bear.
I am not expecting it to be crushed. What I am expecting one day is to find a bear passed out, not like just knocked out, just like, ah, oh, damn, I didn't expect that rock to come out of nowhere and hit me right in the eye or something like that. Like just a full knockout.
It's a bear skull.
I don't know, but I don't think it could survive like an actual boulder falling onto you accidentally. I mean,
I've seen videos of like bears ramming their head in the trees, trying to like get shit out of them.
They're scary, bro. They're scary.
So they got to have a pretty hard skull. That boulder's not doing shit. But again, are you actually moving? Are you actually going somewhere? Taking a trip?
Yeah, we're figuring it out. Because we both don't want to stay here anymore. I'm tired of winter, bro. Winter's a bitch. Fuck winter. Winter can suck a dick a million times. The only thing it's good for is Christmas, and Christmas is like a week. Now it's like a month a day. Now it's like a month nowadays. I don't know how that happened. Like it went from just like maybe 3 days, then it went to like a full week, and now it's like, all of December belongs to Christmas.
Explain this. How is Christmas a month? Because I feel like Christmas is like an hour for me as an adult.
Really? As an adult, yeah. But I live Christmas with the two kids, so it's everything.
Yeah.
You know how it is, Joey.
Hearing the music, the shopping, the
decorations,
shopping, the decorations. Every store going. Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, see, the thing is, okay, listen.
You decorating. It's about everyone around you decorating. Everyone around you talking about Christmas.
But
because there's only 2 paychecks in the month of December, and you got to figure it out. So you gotta figure out the shopping day to day. That's what has to be talked about every day.
I'll say this, right? And with decorating, and we've talked about this before. When you go into a woman's house and it's decorated to a point, you start to realize, like, damn, I'm kind of an asshole. Because you just live in a certain way as most men. Not every man in the world, right? I don't care. Like it could be in any form, and I'll go to sleep, and it'll remain like that for the rest of my life. But a woman does, and so when you're with somebody, or if you're just you know, I would blame it on being with somebody, because like it would be weird if you were just that guy that decorated your house and there was nobody that lives there except for you. You probably don't need to decorate your house, or keep it professional. Like you need to invite
keep
somebody.
Minimal decorations. I have some cactuses now.
Yeah. Okay. See,
that's
why
fine. I'll never live with a woman ever again. You ever like live with a woman to the point where it's like she's taken over to the point where like you don't feel comfortable in your own house?
Yes.
He's like, yes, I'm married.
Yes, I'm married. Listen, man, I'm married. Live in my own. Live in a house with my wife, and have for many years. I have definitely had that feeling of like, whoa, this is not my place anymore. I used to, I used to keep it kind of like this all the time, like posters and dumb shit up, and you know, like nothing of like, you know, that had to do anything that wasn't displaying how much of a fucking dork I am, right? So like I loved it, right? I had a giant American flag when I felt proud of this country. Not so much anymore. It was dumb. All of it was dumb. But when you get with somebody who starts to tell you it is dumb, they get rid of it for good. It changed. It changed a lot. That whole part. Did this happen to you, Joey? Did you experience the change?
Nah, because I did not give a fuck about decorating. I was damn near against it, because I'm like, wherever I'm at is not where I'm going to settle. I want more. I want to be able to fucking pick up and get the fuck out of here. I hate painting.
Oh,
I
painting's
want to
terrible.
hear about. And then my wife's like, "Well,
Sasha's good at painting, right?"
Bro, she's an interior fucking decorator and contractor. Okay. That's like her thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like,
not this Sasha.
Whatever.
Joey Sasha.
Yes.
Just so we're clear, they're not married. It could happen one day.
We could, baby.
It could change it all.
Get into it.
No,
oh wow! You know what? I am totally for this ship. I am at the helm of this ship, just so we know, because this is wonderful. I think this. Wow! Can you imagine the children? Okay, this brings me.
You be leaving dishes in the sink. That shit blows mine.
Oh yeah, that would definitely kill.
Can I say something? Can I say this? All right. So there was a TikTok a while ago of like this couple. I don't know if it was a TikTok or just like a general viral video or whatever, but it was like this couple who was married, and they'd been married for like, I don't know, maybe like 5 years or 2 years. And they lived in like separate houses in New York. And although that's terrible for the environment, bro, everyone's conclusion was like, oh, he must be cheating. He must be da 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 da. I mean, yes, it is terrible to take up like 1,000 square feet a person for no fucking reason. But he, you know, everyone in the comments was like, oh, he must be cheating. Bro, there is nothing that makes you want to have sex less than somebody bitching to you about dishes. Like, oh my, like this even, oh my God, you didn't hang this towel here. Like, I hate to be like, sound like that guy, but like, if I want to be like, let me be fucking messy for a little bit. Like it's, and then they're like, oh, it's not that hard to clean up. Like, it's not that hard for you to not live here, but you can't pay rent. So here we are, baby.
Here we are.
This is like, wow. I told somebody, I was like, I had an ex where like her grandfather, her father, and her uncle like bought this like massive piece of land like in the fucking 70s or whatever, and they all built property on this land. So there's like 3 houses, and they all face in like a triangle, and they all face away from each other. That's my ideal marriage. Like it's me and 2 women who live completely facing different directions, so we can all meet in the courtyard for romance.
You know,
you would be like, I want my space to be mine.
I fuck with that.
I imagine you like Doc Antler. Do you remember this guy?
I do not.
He was from Tiger King. It was literally a guy who had like a harem of women, but the women were inside of a town that he created, basically. Yeah. And he would ride through and pick up the different wives on his elephant.
On his
it's a beautiful life.
And he had a soul patch. Right. Yo, I was like, I didn't believe like that was real, and I looked it up, and the man has like 4 or 5 wives at the time, and he would just give them separate houses, but they all lived like on this cute like a little Main Street looking kind of town. Bro,
can we talk about the fact that A sex commune isn't a bad idea. It's just people are weird cult leaders. I think about this all the time. Like every time you hear about these communities, it's always the same thing. It's like it was a woman who was drawn in because she felt the love of the community and everybody cared for her. Oh, but then this weird guy who ran it made us all suck his dick in a line. Like, why don't you bro? Bring in the boys. Let's have a weird polyamorous sex commune. Yeah. And let's not make it weird, dude. Like, it's not a bad idea, okay?
Hold on. Is that the definition of a cult? Like, it's just like you're one guy's fucking everybody, and all the guys have to deal with being a cuck?
It isn't necessarily. You don't have to fuck it to be a cult, but like you know how niggas are. They gotta toss something in for themselves. Take a little off the top.
Definitely, like you're getting. You were definitely getting sucked off if you're a cult leader, like by multiples, and that's the heart of this this episode is realizing who you are as a man. No, that's awful.
Or you know what I want? You know what's even better life? And I've said this before, I just want to be rich, have a big mansion with like 7 women who live in my house. That just kind of come and go as they please. And they know it's my house. Okay. They're not going to decorate anything. There's space for all of them. There's a room for all of them. They can have their little room. Because you know what I was thinking about? You ever see that? Are you aware of Sebastian Maniscalco or whatever, the comedian?
Maniscalco.
Yes. Yeah. Maniscalco. I love that guy. I'm sorry.
Do you ever just hear something that you can't let go of? Like it just pisses you off. It's just something you hear, and then it comes up in your regular life, and it just gets you mad.
What is it?
There's a bit. He goes. When I was growing up, the man cave, that was my father's house. What the fuck is a man cave? You pay for all this and you got your PlayStation in the basement? You fucking loser. I think about that anytime like I'm even remotely entertaining the idea of living with a woman.
Oh yeah. That's exactly
because they will overtake me because I'm a simp, bro. I talk all this, sex cult shit, but I am a slave to these women. All right, not the bad kind of slave. but like when it comes down to it, like if a woman like moves in with me, I will be swayed and I will hate myself in 5 years. I don't want that for me or her. I want to give you my best, so I'm going to focus on my space, my hotness, and give you the best dick from now until forever. But we're just gonna have to live on a different street. All right, that's it. That's all there is to it. And until the safety issue. When we're like in our 60s, then we might have to cohabitate. And even then, I'm hoping to be rich enough that I don't have to do that. I can just have a nurse on call.
Okay. That sounds crazy. I mean, there's definitely people who live that.
Listen, reality can be whatever you want it to be, baby. I was having a conversation with somebody
in the metaverse.
No, man, I was having a conversation with somebody today that like. I mean, I think I probably say this on this podcast very often, but like our parents were pretty much slaves to the times and they didn't reach out to each other because they didn't have social media. Now you have people, every day you see, like there's that one YouTube where it's like the tiny homes YouTube. So like 7 million followers. 7 million people are invested in living in 400 square foot apartments.
Yeah,
700 or 7 million people, like the tiny homes ones and the polyamory ones. Everyone's looking into like quote unquote alternative lifestyles. I don't think any of this is alternative. I think this is just common sense, honestly. Yeah, have sex with multiple people. Yeah, live in a space that's not destroying the environment. Do these things. But so to call it all these lifestyles alternative is kind of crazy because like getting married to someone, no offense to you guys, and then living in acres of land by yourself and then going fuck the bears, that's kind of crazy. But I mean, I think
I gotta ask this what's the limit? Okay, because like I think everyone has a limit of how many people they can be around, or do you just want constant amount of people? Like
I mean, I just want like any normal human being wants a strong community, but the whole way we live cuts off community because I'll tell you something like this. I had my boy leaking the other day because he was kind of in his bag. So I was saying that
what? You had your boy leaking? What the fuck?
Tears, friends, tears. Oh, also, I sucked him off and it was great, but also tears. You gotta blow your friends every now and again,
Okay. Anyway, so he was leaking. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so he was dripping.
He was saying that like, he was feeling kind of lonely because he kind of missed community and blah 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 blah. And I was saying he's like, and I was telling him I was like, that's really an adult problem in America because in second world countries, like I seen this girl do a video a while ago where she was talking about. Actually, I saw a lot of videos about this because I kind of did a little research. But in a lot of countries, like Armenia, what's that place they went to in Top Boy, the second world country?
Oh, Maldives.
Maldives. A lot of these places, they have like super, super tight-knit communities. And that's a really common thing in other parts of the world, and it's not here, right? Here, you get married, you section off, you're done with the society.
I disagree.
Yeah, but
we have lots of communities based around religion.
I mean, I'm not talking about religion. I'm just talking about like your fellow man. Usually these places have these things because all the people look the same, they're the same race. But what happens is, you get these people in America who go to college and think, oh, I miss college for the parties. No, you don't miss the parties. Like the party, because these videos will outline how like partying in college is, as far as like the extravagance of like going out, it's obviously better as a 21-year-old, as an adult, as a 25, whatever. You have more access to more things. The partying is not that cool in college. What's cool in college is that you're on this massive campus. Everyone in this campus is working towards a common goal of getting their degree. You have all these types of programs where you work together with people, study groups, volunteer work. Like you're in this tiny little commune, and everybody, and like the party aspect is really just that everybody kind of knows everybody. You're 6 degrees of separation from everyone within this like 2-mile campus radius. And a lot of other countries operate that exact way, but in America we don't. We section off. We go get our fucking rooms. I don't know anybody on this floor, and I've lived here for a year and a half. Like I don't know anybody on the floor of this building, but it's just that.
How come?
And the reason we don't do it in America is because race is an issue. Honestly, other places do it because they're all the same color, but and obviously they have more history. Where America is super, super, super young in terms of like history in the world. So like we are living very wrong in this country. The only thing cool about America is that you can potentially get rich from nothing, which is like honestly, we see all these rich people having all these problems all the time. I said to somebody the other day, I'm going on a tangent here because we talked about dicks for 2 episodes straight, so I gotta get my my bullshit. I gotta get my progressive views off. But I was talking. I have a friend, right, and she's got a lot of money. She owns businesses, and she is very educated, and she's not gonna say. I don't want to say insufferable. I don't want to use that word, but that's the only thing coming to mind. Like she's just mean and she's angry. And then I noticed that there was some other YouTube personality who's kind of in the same lane, right? She's super educated, owns a lot of businesses, has a lot of money, got a lot of followers, but her platform is just being pissed off and angry at all these world issues. And it's like, and I was telling my friend, I was like, like the fact that you accomplish things is what's wrong with the world. Like the thing she does and is business for is good within the scope of how we live. I'm not going to say what it is because it'll give her away. But also she doesn't want to be associated with my disgusting brand of slutty comedy. But
we do.
But I was saying that like it's like pie, right? When you walk into a room and you smell pie, what happens, right? You have all these biological responses.
You salivate.
You get hungry. Like you have memories of like, oh man, this smells like my grandma's pie. You get emotion from the smell of things, right?
I'm not getting horny off of my grandma's pie. Please don't ever.
I didn't say horny.
I just like good smelling pie is pie, bro. Like you got to add.
But I'm saying, right? You are connected with your. When you're connected with your biology, when you're connected with your sense of smell, your taste, your muscles, you get feelings from that course through your body, right? Yeah. Now tell me what the fuck money smells like.
Like apple pie, busting it wide open. So, like that's exactly how it smells. Nobody knows amazing. Fresh money.
Everyone's after money, and no one knows what money smells like. Your diploma. You smelled your diploma.
I know what money smells like.
Yes, I do.
First of all, maybe I don't know what money smells like. Because if you're sniffing bills with monkeypox out here, that's crazy.
We're not doing it anymore.
Exactly. I work in a store. I would know what money smells like.
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay, does it invoke
with
does cash invoke a feeling?
and sadness.
No, but when it's all yours, when you gotta you've ever had like a large sum of money like in front of you in cash?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
20K
right now.
was the biggest for me. Like no, like in like Scrooge McDuck kind of like money, like for no reason, like it's covered your like even if it's like in a little bag, just like holding that heft. It's not light,
but it's not like pie though.
No, I think it does something for me too, bro. Literally,
pie?
Listen. Have you ever been to 125th in Harlem? They literally sell you the scent of money. So I don't give a shit.
In incense?
In incense and oil. A shea butter now smells like money. And the African brothers will always hook you up. You'll definitely, and they'll tell you how it's going to attract money also. Listen, it doesn't matter if there's a sucker born every minute because those guys know what they're doing. Because
all I'm saying is you gotta get back to your roots, get back to the earth, get back to the soil, the sun, the sex, the moon, the pie, baby. All right, fuck the money, fuck the accomplishments. I'm only doing this podcast so I can live a fruitful life that doesn't require me to do anything but feel my feelings and women.
Can we be honest? I want to live in the future. I want to live like in a space station-esque, like, you know, kind of what was it? What's that? Maze Runner? You remember that? Like everyone's like in fucking bodysuits and shit, you know, like with like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, like, you know, like just like, you know, like, haha, like we're gonna go get a burger. Like that's the life like I want to live.
Are you talking about Tron?
Kind of, not Tron. Definitely not Tron.
I feel like you're conflating like 6 different future. You just described like 6 movies from the future and just put them all together.
Exactly. This is my view, bro. This isn't your view. This is where I want to live, and I want to have like, you know, like simulations of areas, like a mango grove. That's
Saudi Arabia. That's that new Saudi Arabia.
Oh, I would actually enjoy that, honestly.
See,
it looks.
But I think that as humans, we don't deserve to be on the earth, and we're about to get ourselves up out of here because we're supposed to be up out of here. Like, I was watching the documentary about Hunter Moore and Is Anyone Up, and there was a group of people who followed this man. They called themselves the Family. And one of the people from this group said, after he got arrested and the site was shut down, you know, we were kind of just bored and didn't know what to do. And I was like, you know, if you could just get bored and not know what to do from like just enjoying ruining people's lives on the internet, like we don't need to just.
That was an interesting time.
We don't need to exist. We're getting ourselves out of here promptly.
Oh, the Earth is getting us out of here. It's releasing diseases at an alarming rate. We got monkeypox. We got COVID. I mean,
yeah, but we did this though. Like we did this. We didn't have to fuck the Earth up the way we did, but we did. You know, I mean, well, did we have to? Maybe we did because this is our destiny to destroy ourselves and for nature to restore itself. And
everything dies. Let's be real. So we're part of the plan that needs to die. It's okay. Yeah. Listen, the last soul grace that you have in this world is the national meat treasure. I want you to remember that this is your fortress of solitude. You exist with us in the conversation. We know you want to chime in, so go ahead and do it. It's no longer just screaming into the black, into the nothingness. Now you got a platform for it.
We got a new little family. We just made the charts. We finally put the tips of our penises right on the Apple Podcast charts.
now we're not gonna go anywhere just because you said that. Like it was
literally a clip about dicks that got us here. So
okay, you know what? Fair enough. I think you're right.
More than that.
One day it's crazy what this shit looks like in like 5 years.
I wonder what that is.
I mean, I already told you it's gonna be 7 women living in my house. I can't wait till our first live show. That's what I want. I want to do a live show so bad.
I feel like 7 women living in your house. I know you're describing it to sound great, but it sounds awful.
Yeah.
Okay, but for perspective, I'm a hypocrite because that house will be about 40,000 square feet. So I will be the reason nature is dying.
Your house is a mall. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's so cool. Hold on. Wouldn't that be really cool?
Food court?
Yo, and like you could just walk, like fuck around and do whatever you want. Be like, you know what? I do want orange chicken and a burger. Like, just absolutely, like, it's wonderful. It's a great idea. Like a
I
cheese
feel
steak.
like I missed something.
And, like,
You were describing
Jamaican
having
food.
sex with a white woman and an Asian woman or something. Like what was orange chicken and a burger? What?
That's a.
It's the Ghost Rider.
And that
It's
was
the
our
Ghost
racist
Rider.
bit of the national. Yeah.
Little sketch. No. I was talking about a mall being a house. Yeah.
Yeah, your house
And
being a
saying
mall.
having a food court would be crazy because you could just fuck
dude.
around.
Yo, me
And
and
do
my
whatever
friend
you
were looking
want.
up today. I was on the phone with my friend, and she was we were talking about like real estate and how people are like, because housing is getting so stupid expensive that people are buying churches and schools and like motels because they're cheaper than buying a fucking regular ass house nowadays because they haven't been priced the same as the housing market. I actually know a kid who bought a church and lives in a church in Scranton.
What?
How?
He's
that
in
happen?
he was in Motionless in White, so he's got money.
Oh,
Okay.
oh wow.
That's weird. That's
There's
really
a lot
goth.
going on there. There's a lot
It's really
going
goth
on
for
there.
no reason. That's way
I heard
too
they're
goth.
hard.
It's as goth as it needs to be. Yeah, he also owns an oddity shop, so that's also where he gets his money from.
Oh, that's cool. Good for that guy, I suppose. If he's a good dude, if not,
How do
No,
those
Last
places
time I
make
talked to him,
money?
he was chill.
cool.
How do those places make money? Those oddity shops?
Because their
Yeah.
overhead is insane. I mean,
Yeah,
not their
but,
overhead.
like-
There is no overhead, and they just because it's like if you have a pig fetus in formaldehyde, like you can figure out where to get formaldehyde and a pig fetus for pretty cheap in a jar, but you can't get that shit anywhere else. Like no one's gonna put that shit in a jar for you, so you can charge $700 for this thing.
Well,
and
dude,
just
they get
have-
them in labs. You know that, right? Like all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
they get
high
them in
school
labs.
Yeah.
They wholesale them, but the people who buy at the oddity shop, they're more about the thing about an oddity shop. And I'm just guessing here because I have thoughts about everything. But the thing about an oddity shop is you're more buying. You're buying for the experience of being in the oddity shop. You're not gonna.
Okay.
It's not sexy to go to a high school and buy a fucking dead pig. It's sexy to go. Oh, I'm in this cool shop, and I'm a tourist, and I'm in Atlanta, and oh my god, there's
That's
a
not high
ram
school.
skull over here, and this is over there.
I think
Oh my god, I'm gonna buy
hold
this
I'm gonna prove
monkey
something.
nipple that I found. You know, that's the.
These shops.
I don't think we.
It's
I think
basically
we're
the idea
overthinking it.
of like making a burger versus going to Arby's or no, not burgers at Arby's, going to Checkers. Some people would just rather go to Checkers.
Yep.
Most people are not
Sure.
going to make burgers in their house.
Right. Shops.
Wait, can we
So
buy
that's why
one?
these burger places could charge $7, $8, $9, $10 for a chunk of meat that's only like 40 cents.
Well, because it costs so much, though.
object-
It's so you're thinking about the hard cost of the meal, but what about the variables? And you work in an industry that understands variables. It's the fact is that
watch
those
those.
things can change, and that's part of what can influence like price changes. But I did find a place where we can get a pig 14-inch plain, one per bag. There's a quantity discount available, but we can buy one for $24. We don't need, and it's in a bag. We can get a nice little jar. We can call it National Meat Treasure Oddities. I don't know how those places
National
make
meat
money.
oddities.
Nah, yeah, we gotta figure it out.
You
This
just
is a
like I
working
said, it's
title.
all about being in the shop. It's all about being in the place. It's like crystal shops, right? You can find rocks just about anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're in a crystal shop and you're tarot cards, incense, oh my god, I'm gonna get these crystals that a motherfucker found off the ground. Same concept.
It's the worst. I don't know. Like, bro, I've been into a lot of those places, especially like in the Hudson Valley. They have like all these like weird little places like that, and it's like the really weird ones. Like there was one that was like, it had a black cat. It had like dark lighting, like every like cliche that you can
gotta
think
go
of.
for the aesthetic, bro.
I get it. She like had Charmed on the entire time. Like she was really living, bro, living La Vida Loca. Topical. And I don't know. I just don't understand it. Like these poor people just like live there. I think that's how you make it like, profitable. Like you have to live on the premises somewhere, because what's the fucking point, bro? They don't make sense. They just don't make sense.
Also, I've just to veer back, I've decided the episode name is now "You're a Wizard Now," Andrew Tate.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to make that art. I know I'm gonna have to do it.
Yes, and you're gonna have so much fun with it. I was like, how can we put Andrew Tate in this to just get in this massive algorithm, but also keep it true to the National Meat Treasure? And
yeah,
it's just gonna be Andrew
Ben
Tate
Shapiro
as a fucking
somewhere.
wizard.
Yeah, definitely as a wizard. Expect Hagrid to be somebody good. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna get there. Wait, what if Hagrid?
I also want to close on the fact
what if
that
academics is Hagrid? What does that world look
first
like?
of all, don't insult Hagrid like that.
Yeah, don't disrespect Hagrid like that.
Second of all,
what does that look like?
Since we're on the topic, can I just say something? Can I say something weird? I have a question for the white women out there. I'm looking at you. I'm looking directly in the camera. We probably don't have any white female listeners, but
yeah,
who would you rather fuck?
Or webs?
Hagrid or Shrek? Because those were like the two big ogres of the time that white women were very much thirsting over. Like there's a sexual undertone to Shrek.
I feel like it could be split 50-50, you know. Everyone's got their preference. I can see appeal for both.
Personally
remember
speaking,
when Shrek turns into a man?
No, this is just green Shrek. You got green Shrek straight up.
But I'm saying that the you know, I feel like that showed his true beauty. So in the scalable level, right, from human to ogre, Shrek is really beautiful, just like his human counterpart. So I'm just saying that's like, if you're gonna get the ogre, you're gonna get the best ogre that has ever been around, because human Shrek is beefy.
I'm gonna take Hagrid because I want him to overpower me. That man's like 9 feet tall.
He would definitely overpower you, Harry.
And you know what? He's probably like equally hairy under that coat. Like it's gonna feel like a bear, like a burlap sack, just giving it to you raw.
You asked. This question is for white women, and you answer.
Well, now I have to answer it because whenever I ask a question, I usually try to make a clip out of it. So now I'm just thinking like, who would I rather give it to? And plus, he can like control spiders and shit. Like, also, I feel like Shrek's he's not a generous lover. He seems very grouchy the whole time. Like, doesn't seem like
spiders.
Like he'll fucking fuck you and be like, get out of my swamp, guy. And I don't like that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely he's not fit for the water.
Hagrid will make you stay over, get you some what's that shit? The bubbly beer.
Butter beer.
Butter beer. There you go. Get you a butter beer, and he'd be ready for round 2.
Round 2 with Hagrid. Holy shit, bro. Yo, you think Hagrid's got the stamina for round 2? I don't think he's got the stamina. I think that's where Shrek wins, because the stamina is just going to exist in Shrek, because like man can fight a dragon. Like he's not a slouch. Don't underestimate Shrek. Shrek is love.
But here's the thing, it's like he's got the stamina, but he's too grouchy to use it. With Hagrid, it's going to be Harry Potter 2 and the Chamber of Deep Dick. You know what I'm saying? Like
you tried. The prisoner of my ass, Azkaban. They hold on.
Your dick in my ass, you can jam.
The goblin of Firecrot? No, Fire Dick? I don't know. We got to figure it out. The Patronus to my extratonus? I don't know. Intertonus?
I feel like every sexual Harry Potter joke that could have ever been made has already been made. So we're just getting back. We're in the dick algorithm. We need to get back in the nerdy algorithm, because that's what gets the people. The weird comic shit and fucking dicks. Because sex sells, baby.
So what we're saying is we want to see the
Harry Potter
yes, but we also want to see the uncut version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because we want to see Raphael and the gang raw April, because that's where the money is. Give it to us. God damn it. We all want to see it at one point.
You know what's terrible? When you said uncut, I thought you meant like an uncircumcised turtle, and that's the image that's in my head right now.
I have, in the pursuit of knowing too much, I have seen the turtle penis, and it is very odd. So I don't know. I don't know how the biology works for there. I don't think it happens. I think April gets like brave, and then it just doesn't work out. but they
I'm gonna send you
her?
guys something real quick. Hold on.
They definitely jerk off on her. Poor April. No, April has agency in this story. She believes in herself, and she did this because it's important to her character development. Her what the fuck did you just send me?
I was looking up Hagrid sex on Google, and I saw an image.
Does Dobby finally get a sock and then a blowjob like right after? Like he's like, Dobby's a free elf, a free enough to stick my dick in your mouth. Like that's definitely.
She's holding him. I don't feel good.
The image is a cartoon image of a woman cradling Dobby while sucking him off.
Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna leave you with. We all want it. We're gonna leave on that note because that's what all men want. Let's be real. I want to be lifted delicately and sucked off like Dobby in this picture.
So you want that would be what you're wonderful.
Saying? Wow. I think but no, Shrek is strong, bro. Shrek is love.
Yeah, but Shrek's only like 5'11". Like he's not gonna give you the height.
He's not 5'11", bro. That's not accurate. Okay, listen, we're gonna leave with Shrek's height because there's no way you're gonna slander a man's name and say he's like 5'11".
There's no way Shrek is 8 feet tall.
Thank you.
8 feet and no wait. There's another one that's saying he's 6 foot. He's 6'5".
No, he's 8 feet. He's 8 feet. It's canon. It's DreamWorks put this out there, bro.
All right. So then, what's Hagrid's height? Because that means the donkey is like 7 feet tall.
Donkey. No, he's not. He's like he's below his kneecaps. How's that happen? Because he's 8 feet tall, bro.
What is Hagrid's official height?
I want to buy a vending machine.
Is Shrek a god? That's one of the questions. That's
well, you know what? Hagrid is
Shrek in a fight.
Hagrid is 8'6". Well, with half of his genes coming from a giant, this is no small man. In the book, he's said to be almost 12 feet. 12 feet.
Oh shit! Wow,
that's like two horses. That's like you sitting on 2 horses and one of them sucking you off. So yeah, I'm going with Hagrid every time.
Oh wow! And we'll sign off with that. The National Meat Treasure has been appreciative of all the love and the care that you give us. You know what?
Hello, new followers.
It really shout out to you. We're gonna come up with something. What boys? We're gonna come up with something. We need to give back to the community. We need to shout them out in ways, but maybe in a way that they can help us too. We'll figure that out. But thank you for being there. Thank you for commenting. It's hysterical. Some of the fucking jokes are fucking like some of the comments on that video. A1, wonderful. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. We'll drop episodes every Tuesday. We might change the time because we've been talking about that. I think it might benefit. If you got feedback on when you want to see the video and the podcast, let us know. I think that's a good way for us to engage.
Yeah,
just starting off.
Just start setting it to drop at like just any night at like 10. Because like I said, like I've been monitoring it. All the podcasts, like you wake up, you listen to a podcast, and it's like all the ones that are uploaded. Because nobody really uploads in the afternoon. I've noticed. Like my podcasts don't update in the afternoon. They always update first thing in the morning, or at least on Apple. I don't know how Spotify works, but
Spotify
drop it at night, and it's right there for you right at the morning.
You're right, because I follow people in the West Coast, and they start like obviously 3 hours behind us, so it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But anyway, take it away, Sasha.
Yes, follow me at thin.cruel.lips on Instagram and TikTok, and follow the National Meat Treasure at National Meat Treasure on TikTok and Instagram, and at NMT Pod on Facebook. Also, TROPJ if you want to cash at me so I can buy an adapter for this tiny little mic and do more duets on TikTok.
Yeah.
Duetting.
And follow me, Joey, aka Saint Thrillah, on Instagram at Saint Thrillah, and on TikTok at Saint Thrillah, and on Twitter at Saint Thrillah, and check out 303 Bam's music at 303 Bam on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and Apple Music and SoundCloud. Shout out to the SoundCloud listeners. We just hit we're at over 100K on Set Trippin', a song we dropped last year. How the fuck that started happening, I don't know. It was like a month in this last month that shit just went crazy. we were at 50K like 3 weeks ago, and now we're at 100K. So thank y'all to y'all, and Deluxe dropping soon.
To the moon, baby.
All right. Well, this has been the National Meat Treasure.
Crazy, never lost it. Now I pick her up in the Mercedes and I'm frosted. 23-0, we took the lead. Watch me talk shit. Everybody see me on my top dog shit. They were saying I was going crazy, never lost it. Now